Greetings, village. This is Judge with the Cosmic Answer LLC. And while you're watching this video, I would just like you to take a moment to like and subscribe to where I can continue to make video content for all of you. Well, as you know, there's a total eclipse occurring, and it's occurring quite soon, as a matter of fact. I want all of you to know how it affects you personally, but first I want to address something that we all possess. All right, wherever the sun rules in your chart, just know that there's going to be a burning sensation wherever it's located. How this relates to the total eclipse: the sign that the sun rules is Simha, or Leo as we call it. So I'm going to cover all 12 ascendants, how the sun relates to it, and what this eclipse is going to do to you personally. All right. Now, from where I am, I don't know if there's a cold front coming, but I know there's going to be a tremendous storm hovering over Houston, where I'm currently residing, regarding this total eclipse. So I don't know if this is a storm or a cold front, but I definitely know it's going to rain when it occurs here. Now, this eclipse is happening in Meena Rashi, or Pisces, in Revati Nakshatra, which is the wealthiest nakshatra and the final one. Not only is the sun and the moon are going to be there, let's not forget the debilitation, the retrogression, the Gandanta, and the combustion of Mercury. That's also going to be there. And Venus is going to be there, all involved in this total eclipse. Now you have to realize, what does Pisces mean to Leo? Pisces is 8th from Leo, meaning any sign 8th from itself is capable of destroying it quite simply. So if you look at your ascendant, and whatever is the 8th sign or where your 8th house is, you can easily destroy it, because 8th house is your house of power and transformation. You could kill that. So with Pisces, as it relates to Leo, it's 8th from Leo, meaning it's the only sign where Leo is powerful and can dominate Pisces. All right. So what does it mean for the total eclipse to come there? It's not going to be able to do it this time. So that burning sensation in your chart is going to be hindered and subdued by that radical power of Rahu. All right. So let's start with Aries. And in Aries ascendant, the sun rules your 5th house. And why is the sun burning in an Aries 5th house? Because that's the creativity and the self-expression of an Aries. Aries can't sit still. They're passionate. They always got to do things, right? So with the sun being there, you're probably not going to have time for children or focusing on your past life good credit. So with the sun ruling the 5th house of an Aries, you really don't want to be a kid per se. You're ready to take the world by its horns. Now with a Taurus ascendant, Leo, or the sun, is in your 4th house of the abode. Now, why is it burning in a Taurus ascendant chart? Because Taurans are all about security. And when you go home, you're always worried about if your mortgage is going to get paid, if your lease is coming due, or if everybody in your house is good, right? So in a Taurus ascendant chart, the sun ruling there because you take a lot of pride in your homestead or your vehicles, because it rules conveyances. So just rest assured, Taurus, this eclipse is going to make you realize the home isn't really something to hold on to, if you think about it. All right. Let's go to Gemini ascendant. What house does the sun rule in a Gemini? It's the 3rd house of communications. Geminis like to talk a lot, spread a lot of news or whatnot. Okay, in your local community. This eclipse is going to shut that down because the sun always gives that burning sensation to talk. You may also hear news about something going on with your siblings. because Geminis are twins, always involved in talking to somebody. So something is going to hinder you from speaking, or you may come across some news that you just have to keep to yourself, or this total eclipse is going to reveal that. Now let's go to Karkata Rashi, or the Cancer ascendant. The sun rules your second house of speech, of food, your value system. So there's always a burning sensation with cancers involving family. I'm just so concerned about my family because Cancer cares. So this total eclipse is going to involve someone in your family that's going to get a rude awakening. All right? So Cancer ascendants, just take heed to what's going on with your family, because in your chart, Pisces is the 9th house. So with that total eclipse hovering over your 9th house, check up on your father's well-being, all right? Because it's going to affect your second house of family, because father is family. And the second house is 6 from the 9th, which means father's health. These are for the Cancer ascendants. And Leo, this is about you. Leo is your ascendant. The sun rules your ascendant. You're the entertainers. You are the big kids. You like to have fun. You can easily express yourselves. There's no problems working with your self-esteem. But remember, this total eclipse is occurring in your 8th house of power. So you're going to have to deal with a situation to where there may be some tides or some assets cut off for a moment here, because your 8th house is going to be subdued by this total eclipse. If you're a Leo ascendant, you're not used to crying or taking a hit somewhere, but it's going to punch you where that 8th house is, because you're so used to taking advantage and dominating in that area. Now, for the Virgo ascendants, the sun rules your 12th house of relaxation. And the reason why the sun rules that, because there's a burning there. Virgos are always told you need to relax, right? Because we're naturally the 6th, fixing problems, being the hospital, and dealing with routines. So Pisces in a Virgo's chart is the 7th. So something about how you relate to others is going to take a huge hit with this total eclipse. And it's going to be something to where people are going to look at you and realize, you Virgo ascendant, you Kanya Rashi ascendant Lagna, you were right all along. Woo, it's windy. You were right all along. I should have listened to you. And you were right. It's always the responsible people that has to give the unpopular say-so. But in the end, everybody's going to realize he or she was right all along, you Virgo ascendant. The Libra ascendant, so the Tula Rashi Lagna. The sun rules your 11th house of fulfillment. Librans always have, follow me, Librans always have this issue finding out what makes them fulfilled, because they're trying to find balance. It's naturally the 7th house of relationships, right? So with Pisces being there, if I can recall, Pisces rules the 6th house of a Libran's chart. And whatever 6 from you, that's your ultimate challenge. That is the one sign you would have difficulty defeating. Is your natural Natikarka. So with the total eclipse occurring in your 6th house, you are going to lash out and tell everybody, no, we're doing things my way for once. No. I've always tried to seek fairness, but this situation is unfair to me. So Librans, this total eclipse is going to help you to speak your mind and say what you want to do for once. Now let's go to the Vrishika Rashi Lagna, or the Scorpio ascendants. For Scorpio ascendants, the sun rules your 10th house of public image and jobs. The reason why it's burning there, because Scorpios are very discreet and they like to keep things on the low end. They don't want anyone knowing their business. So with the sun being there, Scorpios are very cautious about their image, and that's why it's burning there. But if you look where the total eclipse is going to occur in your chart, it's in the 5th house. So there's going to be something going on with your children or how you have fun. Let me move up a bit because there's some golfers out here. I don't want to be in violation there. All right. So if you think about it, Scorpios, this total eclipse is going to reveal something about your fifth house, how you have fun and everything. For example, a lot of Scorpios are into the occult. They like to do extracurricular activities that others find taboo or unrelenting. That's what makes you uncanny. So this total eclipse is going to reveal something about Scorpios that a lot of people didn't see coming. Think of the Addams family. They were very macabre in their external aesthetics. And that's what this total eclipse is going to reveal about all of you. So take heed to that and be happy because the world is ready to embrace your dark side. Now for the for the Sagittarius ascendants or the Danash Rashi Lagna, you're the great debaters, you're the travelers, you're the outseekers. So the sun is burning and ruling your ninth house because that's where Leo is. Sagittarians always had issues with their father because you think you know more than your father. You think you know more than your teachers, or where the student finally becomes a teacher or surpass the teacher. All right, so that's why the sun rules there. That's why you're the first ones to venture out of your home because you think you're ready to take life by the horns and the sky's the limit, right? Now, Pisces is ruling your fourth house. I want you to check on your mother's well-being, look into your mortgage, take your car in for a checkup. There could be something wrong with the transmission or the engine or the catalytic converter, and it may break down on you at an inconvenient time during the total eclipse, all right? But definitely check on your mom if she's still here with us, or just to say hi if you haven't in a while, because that total eclipse is definitely looming right over her, okay? Now, for the Capricorn ascendants, with the Capricorn ascendants, the sun is burning, I believe, your eighth house. The sun is burning your eighth house. And the reason why Capricorns always want to have power over other people's assets. Always want to have power over other people's assets. And that's the burning sensation there because of other people's values. You don't want anybody to surpass you. Now, the way this total eclipse is going to relate to all of you, or if I can recall, Pisces, where's Pisces in a Capricorn's chart? I believe it's the third house. No. Yeah, it's the third house. Something about a younger brother or younger sister where they had enough of you, always being right, always being a successful one. One of your younger brothers or one of your younger sisters are going to come out and let you know you was never the smartest, you were never the most successful. Mom and dad just favored you more or expected you to come out on top. But really, your third house, your siblings are relaxed. They're more spiritual than you are. They'll probably think you're too conservative. That's what's going to happen with you. And one thing I want to say about Capricorn ascendants, you got to start believing in other people's points of view. Definitely, because Makara Rashi people, y'all already know the keys to success because you're naturally the 10th house. So just be more open-minded to your younger siblings because they're going to reveal it on this total eclipse, all right? Now to the Kumbha Rashi Lagna or the Aquarius ascendants, there's a burning opposite to you in your 7th house of relations and marriage because you're naturally the humanitarians. And your marriage partner probably think you're always having all of the answers, always thinking about everybody else but them. Because that sun, that Leo energy is very egotistical. They want you to focus on them for once. But based on where Pisces is in your chart, it's in your second house of values. So during this total eclipse, there's somebody in your family that's going to take a hit, or there's is an indicator about how you feel about your self-worth, meaning your value system, all right? I want you to understand what this total eclipse is going to do to your ego. It's going to reveal that you're wealthier than you think. You don't always have to be there for everybody. You hold the keys to wealth right in you. That Revti, that Bushan rules your second house of money and wealth. So Kumbh Rashi's Aquarius ascendant people, you are brilliant. You are the knowledge bearers. But also know there's keys to wealth also. You got that. And finally, the Meena Rashis, or the Pisces ascendants. The sun rules your 6th house. It rules your 6th house. This is the only sign you can't defeat. There's a burning there because Pisces don't like to work. Pisces, they don't want to work. They, you know, when y'all go to work, the sun burns that house. You want to have fun at work. You want to have fun doing service. And it's hard for a Pisces to do that when it comes to your laid back mentality, because you're naturally the 12th house. Now, this total eclipse is going to take presence on you. On you, Meena Rashi, Pisces ascendant. So you best understand the world is going to see you for who you truly are. Occultic, spiritual, metaphysical, abnormal, paranormal, all of these things. It's finally going to be your time to shine. All right? No more acting bizarre and weird and even keel. No, the total eclipse is going to let you know the world needs you to be serious for once. And I mean that with love. So I covered all 12 signs. Please leave comments below. Let me know how you feel about it. And until next time, my village, be blessed.